Perhaps I should feel some twinge of guilt at all I have done, but I've had little time for scruples. It was once an honor to be entombed within these ancient catacombs, but centuries have passed, and now only the brave or foolhardy walk these tunnels. Perhaps I'm the last living soul here, although I'm far from alone. This is not my story, although I am the architect of what transpires. A conspirator in the ruination that threatens the heretic kingdoms, and the most unlikely of alliances that might yet save us all. And Mas Inca Sera Tilbarana.
Thou summons me. What is thy pact?
I seek only that we shall both survive.
Thou hast a liar's tongue, and cannot be trusted.
I do not ask you to trust me, nor should you. I would betray you without hesitation, if I deemed it necessary. But we are fortunate, you and I. We have the same enemies. Our only hope lies in partnership, which is precisely why I have summoned you here, demon. You were summoned without a pact, so whichever soul you devour will now bind you to a path beyond anyone's control. Choose wisely, demon. Evia, the daughter of fire, a princess of the Imperial Garulian Empire. She would have been God Empress if she had not rebelled. She died on the Reliquary Crusade 3 centuries ago. I don't know how. A mage with incredible potential. She had not only harnessed the elemental power of flame, but also learned the mysterious ways of the Sand Mage. Choose Evia if you wish to harness. Calig. They called him the Bandit. Sadly for Calig, some called him a barbarian, but few lived. Choose Calig. Jaska, the wild boar. A great hero. He fell in battle over a decade ago in the Accession War. A hunter, a loner, and an unparalleled art. Choose Jaska if you wish. Evia, the daughter. She died on the relic. A mage with incredible. Choose Evia.
Did I? Am I dead? What is this place?
I know not of this place, but thou art indeed dead. That soul is mine now.
This cannot be! Mother, is this your revenge?
Can you hear me, daughter of fire?
I can.
Do you remember the Reliquary Crusade? Do you recall how you died?
Lady Mara, Tarin, and the others. We were raiding my mother's vault in order to defeat her. I do not remember what happened.
Tarin betrayed you, but I never learned what transpired. This mystery is yours to solve, I'm afraid.
Do not speak as if I am not present, mortals.
Patience, demon. Your fate is bound to Evia's now, as is my own. Now make haste to the city of Thol that lies above this crypt. A cenotaph can transport you there. Our fates are bound together, demon. Either we shall find a way to survive together, or we shall both
Thou threaten.
No! Something join me in the Tholian Arcana.
continue to grow without limit? You shall become naught but dust. You should hold on to this for later. What others have begun, Evia shall finish.
This must be the cenotaph the hooded man spoke of. Its power reaches shadow. This cenotaph is erected upon the grave. It shall be easy to gate weave back to this place, and I sense a gate here already. It must be the way out he meant. Thou knows this place?
It's the regional garrison at Thole, or it was. It lies in ruins. Was there a war? No. These stones fell centuries ago.
Thou hast been dead a long time, mortal.
Then what has become of my mother's empire? Were we victorious? Has the Gerulian god empress fallen?
Perched atop an ancient stone plateau, amidst the red sands of the Outlands, lies the city of Thole. Centuries ago, it was a major garrison for the Gerulian Empire, and there may even have been a settlement prior to this era. These days, Thole is a city of thieves and outcasts. Fugitives of all kinds come here to avoid complications in neighboring nations. Not everyone in Thole has a price upon his head, but no one who dwells here is innocent. The Guild of Steel like to call themselves mercenaries, protecting the few caravans that ply their trade across the desert. Yet those that do not pay for their protection find the Guild equally adept at brigandage. The Guild of Silk call themselves merchants and do indeed sell all manner of goods and trinkets, though it is best not to ask them from whence they came. A vast stone gate is all that remains of the barbican that once defended these walls. Now, it guards the city of Thole once more from the horde of nomads that besiege it. For 3 years, I have been hiding here amid the detritus of the heretic kingdoms. But it is only a matter of time before my former allies locate me, and I am running out of places to hide.
I should be the one to talk for us here. I demand an immediate audience with the Imperator of Thol.
Imperator? No one has held that title for 300 years.
Then you are in charge of Thol?
I am Duke Darmok Cadasta, Intendant of Thol.
On whose authority do you rule?
I am a vassal of Baron Tar Avenger. And you are?
You may call me Evia. I am visiting Thol incognito to pursue a personal matter, so I would appreciate your discretion.
If this is about vengeance, I ask you, it is bad enough that we are besieged without duels, Brick.
Thol is under siege.
Indeed, a horde of nomads under the command.
Thol's defenses have protected it from assault.
Aye, and the city shall not fall under my... Welcome to Thol, Te Ma Al-Ortas.
300 years.
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
The blasted plains of the Outlands, perhaps the most desolate place in the heretic kingdoms. According to legend, this was once a great lake, but when the Great Rift was torn open, the water drained away, leaving only parched mud and sand. The desert stretches out as far as the eye can see, broken only by stone crags worn by centuries of sandstorms. The Outlands have long been infested with undead, since all who die amidst the dust soon reanimate, unless their body is disposed of carefully. This attracts large numbers of slavers to the region, particularly those strange crocodilians known as Sebekan, from the mysterious land beyond the burning wall. From the Tholian Plateau to the oasis at the foot of the jagged peaks, the Outlands are rife with perils that beset the unwary. I could only hope that my allies would prove capable of meeting me on the far side. Good. You made it this far.
Guard, fetch your captain. Tell her that I, Tsar the Berserker...
Tsar! Tsar! Open the gate! Open! The captain is expecting you, Tsar. An honor to have you in our border camp.
I never thought I would return to my own land.
The wilds of Temuria have long been a dangerous place for any traveler. But since the accession wars, the situation has worsened. Whereas before Temurians were proud of these vales and glades, now a terrible curse lies upon these ancient forests. Of this calamity, I can claim no responsibility. The Conclave brought this doom upon its own land, an act of desperation at the close of the last war. My sole expedition across the Temurian wilds was challenging, even for a superior mage such as myself. But even I would not wish to traverse this forsaken greenwood now. The final curse of the Conclave has warped the indigenous animals and elementals in ways I do not yet understand. And werewolf anarchists, seeking the fall of the Conclave, conspire in forgotten strongholds to return Temuria to its untamed past. With Tsar as their guide, my allies might just be able to reach the city of Duratir.
My wrath.
I did not think you had it. I have, of course. If I had only good. You have earned an answer to your question. That which you call the Crucible of Souls is should the cauldron ever contain an overabundance. All you need do is place an artifact rich in essence inside the cauldron. This holds the potential to destroy it forever. The Inquisition in the world you have come from have destroyed almost all the relics with the abundance of essence you would require. I will tell you no more than this. You wouldn't want it to be too now. If you will excuse me, now I shall send you onwards to Kayalasa.
I tire of waiting. I was never one for patience. Another echo of Krenz's incantation. What was that traitor's scheme? A gate opens in the path. After all our futile searches, they are coming to us. Very well. I am ready. It is time to end this.
Where is this place?
Fallen Eagle Pass. A route.
You know this place?
Aye. I thought there's a fortress up ahead.
Silence! What am I kind?
Surrender, demon, and you shall be spared.
An unlikely compact.
Your death is equally acceptable to me.
The Wastes, home to the brutal warriors of the Sura clans and their demon servitors. Mercenaries more for love of warfare than for love of silver, the Sura demon tamers had been essential to securing the Gerulian Empire in its time. All they need do is hire the Sura as their army. It would not have been hard for Lady Mara to reach an agreement with Gorgog. The Razor Feather clan hated their emancipated slaves, the Ishkai, and longed to wreak vengeance against them. Marching against Meltwater Bastion, the victory by Gorgog's army at that strategic point would spell doom for the Ishkai Confederacy. Meanwhile, the Razor Feather's ancient rivals, the Red Smoke Sura, watch from afar. The sacking of the Confederacy must seem like justice to all the clans that once shackled the Ishkai in slavery. Yet the Ishkai might be our only hope to stop Mara and the Pentanira from attaining absolute dominion. Unless, perhaps, in the forgotten tombs of Gerulia, some ancient weapon could be reclaimed.
We made it.
You survived. Good.
That was not the Mara I knew. She was a stalwart woman, whatever the demon that devoured her soul was. It changed her.
Are you certain it was not Mara who changed?
How could we possibly not?
We are all made anew at every stage of our life. Knowing you has changed me. Perhaps Mara... The veil continues to tear. The threat is not yet over.
It's a cauldron. Even without our foe, it goes on.
It must be destroyed.
Alas, no relics remain with sufficient essence for this task.
There is only one possibility. I hesitate to even say it.
Spit it out, Carissa.
Our demon is overflowing with essence. The essence of the souls it has swallowed. With our souls.
I have no fear of death. A small price to pay for victory.
Is there no other way?
If we don't throw ourselves into the crucible of souls, we'll be torn apart when the Hellgate opens anyway.
It is a just end, if an unfortunate one.
Under the circumstances, even I have to consent to, of all things, a noble sacrifice.
Thou canst not make this judgment. It is mine to make. The very marrow of my bones cries out against thy suggestion, and yet I cannot bring myself to stop it. How hast thou done this to me? As I let thy souls write our destiny, I have learned what it is to be as thou art. Though it is against my own nature, yet still, I cannot let our inaction mean the end of thy realm. What hast thou done to me? I am a demon of immeasurable power, yet I would go like a lamb to the slaughter for mere strangers.
I have always fought for freedom and justice. If our death can save others, it will have been worthwhile.
Justice. I thought I knew what that word meant, but now I'm not sure anymore.
Let's not tarry. It will only make this harder than it has to be.
Hard, Carissa. You're mistaken. Dying is never the hard part. Believe me. It's just something that happens. Something that happens to us all. The hard part is saying goodbye.
Who would have thought my upstart demon could aspire to such a noble sacrifice? It is not a price I would have been willing to pay. Looking into the eye of worlds, I see this death is not inevitable. But the price of avoiding it may be more than anyone is willing to pay.